Today we're going to use the blue ball as the prop. And I was just thinking of something. Most of this workout you can make do with a bigger ball, like if you have an orange one or a green one, or a purple one or a red one, or any ball. But I'm going to have you start with the ball in between your legs, close to your pelvis. If your ball is too big to do that comfortably, just grab a towel and ball it up just for this. And then I think you should be okay for the rest of the workout. All right, so you're going to place the ball between your legs as high as you can up your thighs. And I want you to set your feet as close together as you can to line them up with your femur. Don't try to put your feet together. All right, so now, if you want to make an active squeeze on the ball, you can try to squeeze your knees together, and that has one effect, but it doesn't really feel like it's getting the ball. So with the ball up here, you have to visualize the upper thigh coming together, almost like you're plugging the ball into the socket a little bit more. You're going to have a different stability you'll create there. All right, as we do that, I'm going to have you take a big inhale. You're going to reach your arms overhead. When you exhale, let your knees bend a little. You're going to pass the arms in front of you, then grow tall. Every time you go up, I want you to root down into your heels, squeeze that ball as the arms go overhead. Feel that soften when you let those knees bend, and reach up. 2 more times. Inhale overhead, dip down, and back overhead, and then down. You know what? Why? Why do I start with a sweatshirt on? That's not a good idea. Here's why. I want you to see my body doing this exercise. Okay. I'm going to come down into a squat now. Ball's in the same place, but I'm going to hinge forward so I get flexion at the hip, knee, and ankle. I want you to keep your upper body still. Keep your fingertips at your chest, and try to rotate your hips side to side without twisting your upper body. So it feels like I'm shifting one knee forward then the other, and I'm kind of grinding the ball in between the legs. Okay, so you got that isolation of this rotation. Now, stop that. And I want you to just twist your upper body. Keep your pelvis still by squeezing into the ball, and just twist side to side. No strain. Just feel how much motion you get there. Okay, so we get that isolation, pelvic stability. Now, send your arms forward, and I want you to make it more of a log roll. Bend your elbow, twist both the hip and the shoulder, come back to center, then bend the other one. Let the legs still drive the motion, and then you'll see you get more spiraling effect through the shoulder, neck, and head if they follow. Let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come on out of that. Grab the ball. Let's head down, kneeling on your hands and your knees. I want you to put your hands on top of the ball, and I'll still call this a quadruped position, but I've got a little more weight back so you can see my hips are beyond my knees. I'm going to go into a cat stretch. On an exhale breath, I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, round the spine. I'm going to pull the ball a little closer to me as I flex. So I still have all that weight loaded over my legs. Then I'm going to roll out my tailbone, first to flatten my back and then extend my spine. Exhale, tuck your tail under, start to flex the spine, hang your head down to look at your knees, and then as you inhale, stick out your tailbone, elongate, tail to head, go past neutral and slightly extend. Now when you exhale, while you're flexing your spine, I want you to let your shoulder blades spread, try to round that mid-back right in between the blades, and then when you roll back out of it, draw your shoulder blades together and down. One more time. Exhale, flex the spine. And inhale, lengthen back out. Shift the ball over to one hand. And I want you to roll that ball away from you, pull it back in. Just make sure you have control over that. All right, send that leg, actually that arm out straight to start, opposite leg back. And I want you to pick that leg up to hip height. Okay, so that's our opposing reach, like we're crawling in place. You're gonna bend back in and reach away. So just same limb over and over again. Try to keep your shoulders and your hips square to the floor. And we're gonna keep doing this pattern and add your cat stretch back in. So you're gonna extend as you reach out, flex and tuck your knee under you. Reach away, tuck back in, and reach out, and tuck 2 more times. Reach and pull in. Last one, reach out and tuck in. All right, put that knee back down. All right, get that ball back under you where you had your elbow bent. I want you to take your other leg, step it up, and let's figure out what angle or how far you'd have to bring your leg to drop your hips into a little lunge. So I'm pushing down from my pelvis, putting that weight into, front leg, bye-bye ball. And I'm going to keep moving that leg across and back up. And I'm just going to keep rolling across. And right now I'm doing a big weight shift without moving the ball, but giving it plenty of pressure when I come forward. Okay, now I'm going to roll the ball out on a diagonal as I cross, pull it back in and do the step, and reach across. I'm going to get a long stretch through that whole side of my body. 3 more times, and so are you if you're doing it with me. I don't know why I keep talking about myself today. I care more about you exercising. 1 more time. Reach out and back up. All right, let's play with that on the other side. Rewind. Let's go back to just explore your roll. Try to get it somewhere you can keep control. And you're going to start with it out. So I did that so many times, I could not get control. All right, lift that leg up. You're going to bend your knee, pull the ball in, and reach away. And let's just get that with a neutral back, flat back, squared off at the hips and shoulders. Next time you're out, hold it out. Create a little extension for your cat stretch. Then you're going to exhale, pull it into you. Inhale, reach it away. Tuck under and reach away. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1 and reach out. All right, I want you to switch legs. So let's just get in our setup, just finding balance. I'm going to pull the ball back in so my hand is under the shoulder with some bend of the elbow. And then I'm going to shift and drop the hips down. So I get this hip flexor stretch on that side. And then I'm going to reach across, straight leg on a diagonal. Stepping back up and lunge back. On this lunge back here, I'm landing on the ball of my foot, which lets me get a lot of flexion in the ankle to stretch the calf. All right, now I'm going to reach the arm away when I lunge back, tuck it in on the step, and drop the pelvis. And reach over. And you can explore moving that ball at different angles. Now you kind of know what you're going for. Take your time with it. And last one, big side bend, stepping across and return. All right, let's lean back against the ball. You're going to place the ball against your mid-back, top of the ball about where your shoulder blades start, and let's sit up with your knees bent and some space between your feet, hands behind your head. Let's start out with some crunches to mobilize your upper back first. When you breathe in, lay down around the ball, coming into an extension over it, and then when you exhale, tip your chin down, curl forward, and look at your legs. Breathe in as you lay back, and exhale up. So as we continue to move through this, if you've placed the ball somewhere that's creating a strain in your neck or in your low back, try putting the ball up a little higher against your rib cage, and it should change the pressure in both of those regions. When we get the sweet spot, this usually feels good to lay back over, like we're opening the chest, getting some nice extension through that upper back. Last 2. And 1 more time like that. And then back up. Now I'm going to have you scoot down just a little farther so the ball's in between your shoulder blades now. Leave one hand behind your head and bring your other arm down by your side. We'll still do a crunch, but we're going to add an arm circle and some rotation. This time when you breathe in, reach your arm overhead as you lay back over the ball, and then circle the arm out to the side and rotate your upper body to circle around and come back up. Breathe in as you lay back, and then circle around as you rotate and flex. Inhale over, and exhale around and lift. Try to keep the pelvis still. Resist rotation from the legs. 2 more times. Last time, breathe in, and then circle around and up. Switch your hands. Now inhale, lay back over the ball. Exhale, circle around and lift. Breathe in, release over it, and exhale around and up. 3 more times, laying back. And circle and lift. 2. Circle around. Last time, laying back and circle around. All right, I'm going to have you get off the ball. We'll go down onto your side, and I want you to place one hand under your head. And let's tuck both of your knees into tabletop. All right, we're going to place the ball on the floor. top palm on the ball. I want you to roll it forward and twist your upper body to follow that push, and then pull your shoulder back till they're stacked again. Now lift your arm up to the ceiling. When you exhale, rotate your upper body and reach your arm towards the wall behind you. Stay here and take a breath in. When you exhale, lift your arm up and close back down. Roll the ball forward, taking your inhale breath. Exhale, pull your shoulder back. Inhale, lift your arm up. Exhale, rotate back into the twist. Stay there, big breath in, feel those ribs expand. And exhale to lift your arm and close back over. Roll forward as you inhale, looking towards the floor. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, lift your top arm up. Exhale, rotate back into that chest stretch. Hold here, breathe in again, and exhale to lift and close. All right, let's flip you over to your other side. All right, so I have those legs in tabletop again. Balls on the floor. We're going to roll it forward first. So you're going to get that smaller twist. You're going to feel that segmental rotation of the deeper vertebra by vertebra. Then you're going to come back, stacking up your shoulders. Inhale, lift your top arm over your shoulder. Now press your knees down and try to resist your upper body rotating into the stretch. Stay here, take a big breath in, and then exhale, lift your arm and close back over. Roll it forward on your inhale as you look towards the ground. Exhale, pull your shoulder back. Inhale, lift the arm up. Exhale, rotate back and open your chest. Hold here, take a breath in. Exhale, lift your arm, close back down. One more time. Roll it forward on your inhale breath. Exhale, pull that shoulder back. Inhale, lift your top arm. And then exhale, rotate back into the stretch. Take another breath in. And then exhale to lift your arm and close back over. Let's go down into your stomach, except I'm going to have you place the ball against your chest, so right on the breastbone so that the top of the ball is about where your collarbones start. You can see it puts me in this like funny, hunchy position where I look like a question mark. Place your forearms into the mat, which will let you offload a little bit of weight against the ball if it's uncomfortable. Then let your upper body flex forward to begin. Let's work on the extension through your upper back, and I want you to use your breath to power this. As you inhale, breathe right into the ball, lift your head and chest, and pull your shoulder blades back and down as you rise up. Then when you exhale, compress your abs and release your upper body curling over the ball. Inhale, elongate the neck, draw your shoulder blades back, let your gaze look up towards the wall, and then as you start to collapse back down, let each rib release in order so you take the shape of the ball. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, back down. Now, bring your arms by your side. So we're going to put a little more weight into the ball now. Same lift from your upper body. You're going to roll your shoulders back, lift your head and your chest, and we're going to extend the upper back. Exhale to come back down. Now, I want you to notice something. So as you're lifting up, we're rolling your arms. So you're turning your palms in. We're externally rotating in addition to opening up the chest and lower back down. Now, do that with your legs. Rotate the legs and the hip joints. So you're turning them out and just barely lifting them, like just enough to feel them active. Exhale, flop back down. Inhale, lift up, rotating out, mimic the twist of the arms. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale, back down. All right, from there, I want you to sit back into the shell stretch, hips on your heels. Give yourself a full breath in this shell. Nice big inhale. And when you exhale, just pause and feel the compression of your abdominal wall. If you compress from the front, you might feel a little more release in the back. Now let's start a movement. Take one more breath in. When you exhale, I want you to roll up till you're almost at vertical, then throw yourself back down. So I'm going to roll up, letting my spine flex. I'm going to look to the ball, and as I fall, I'm going to let the chest lead, so I'm an extension. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, extend down, roll up. One more time, exhale, and inhale, release. Let's just come all the way up for realsies. Okay. Working inverted now. I'm going to have you come down to the opposite end of the mat so you've got a lot of space left behind you. You're going to put the ball right behind your pelvis, lean back into it, and then slide yourself over it. I'm going to get your pelvis on top of the ball and have your ribs, shoulders, and head looking almost like you're in a hip roll or a bridge. Then you're going to place your hands on the ball so it does not roll away from you. If you're not sure, just do a lift lower a couple times into a bridge. And if you feel like you're bouncing on your pelvis, you're okay. If it's in your low back, we got to shove it down a little bit lower. All right, you're going to lift up one leg at a time into tabletop position. Once the legs are up, you'll notice that this is kind of hard to balance on. So you're going to tilt the pelvis like you're in an imprint with your obliques nice and short to give you a little more support through your abdominal wall. Let's start out just going through some scissors and then the bicycle exercise. I'll have you reach your legs straight up to the ceiling. One leg towards your head, one away from your head. So we're going to do 2 pulses every time they split. Inhale as they lift, then pulse for 2. Inhale back up and reach. Reach. Inhale to lift. Further, further. Inhale back up. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Use the breath to compress those abs. Inhale to lift. Reach. Reach, inhale back up, and we're going to do one more on each side. Exhale, inhale to lift, and reach for 2. Inhale back up. Please make a scissor again and hold it. When we had the bicycle, you got to be really dramatic, really exaggerate it. I'm going to have you bend the knee that's farther away from you, and I want you to keep doing it till your foot hits the floor. Okay, so you had a little openness through the front of the thigh. You're going to switch the position of your legs and then give me the full scissor before you start the next pedal. So I'm going to bend one knee, switch legs, inhale, reach away. Exhale to bend the knee, switch the legs through, inhale, reach out. Exhale, tap the floor, switch the legs, inhale, finish your kick. Exhale, bend, switch the legs, inhale, reach out. One more on each side, bend, switch it, kick it. Bend, switch it, kick it. Let's reverse. Now you're going to exhale, bend the knee that's closer to you. Switch the position of the legs. We're going to hit that floor real quick. Scoop out on your inhale. Exhale, bend. What scoop out means? Scoop up is what I mean. Bend, switch, and extend that leg out to stretch. Bend your knee, switch, try to graze that floor, then kick out. Bend your knee, switch. You want to reach for that nice wide open scissor. Bend, switch, and extend. One more each side. Bend your knee. Switch. I'm so impatient for this exercise. See, that's why I'm saying be dramatic. I want to rush out of it. Get to the floor, then extend it out. Both legs up. See, I'm yelling at myself today, not you guys. Sorry, gang, that I'm the problem child. All right. Legs back in tabletop. Let's do a little bend and stretch. Flex your feet for a second just so we get some different movement through your ankles. When you extend your legs, the load of your legs will feel heavier on your abs. So I want you to take an exhale, compress your abs as you're reaching your legs out and pointing your toes. Inhale, flex your feet, bend your knees back in. Exhale, reach away and point. Inhale, return. Roll through the foot. So again, drama. Reach out through the ball of the foot first. So you got a Barbie doll foot, then pointed toes, Barbie doll foot, then flex. Exhale, reach away. Inhale in. We're going to do one more like that. Exhale, press out, and inhale back in. Send those legs straight up. All right, still just focusing on stabilizing through the abs. Lower and lift the legs, keeping them straight. You're going to exhale as the legs go down. Inhale, back up to the ceiling. And again, exhale as you lower your legs. And then inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. Inhale up, and exhale lower. Inhale, lift. Let's do 2 more of those. Then guess what? We're going to have the rollover. One more time. And then back up. All right, before we do the full rollover, everybody do the prep with me. Cross your ankles, turn your knees out, make sure you're holding on to the ball. When we engage the lower abdominal muscles to start rolling you off, you're going to feel like you're curling against the ball and then trying to lift yourself off, just taking the weight out of it, and then you're going to drop your hips. So just feel that. So I feel like I push into it, then come off of it, and then roll along it. And this is how the ball variation of rollover could improve your skill of actually executing the full move slower. Okay, so if you don't want to do the full rollover, please keep doing that. If you'd like to do the full rollover, legs are going to go out straight. On your inhale breath, lift the legs to the ceiling. Then when you exhale, you're going to use the weight of your legs reaching overhead to help you get that momentum to roll off. Now open the legs just a couple inches as you breathe in, and then you're going to roll back down, one bone at a time, land your hips, and then lower your legs. Bring your legs together, take them up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll yourself off, curl over to the shoulder blades. Open the legs slightly. Now, try adding flexing your feet. When you roll down, this will be more intense stretch along the back of your legs and reach your legs away. Now, we're going to do it one more time. You can pick if you like that ankle thing or not. Legs together, reach them up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll off. So then you'll spread them, flex them optional, roll back down, reach your legs away. Okay, we're halfway through the set. Point your toes, but now leave your legs open. Lift your legs on your inhale. We're just going to switch the direction of the legs. Roll off on your exhale. Then legs are together, and you're going to roll back down. Try to land on the ball with control and reach your legs away. Open them, hinge them up on your inhale. Exhale, curl off. Now, if you want, legs together, we can flex those feet, roll down, land your hips, reach your legs away. One more time, open them, point those toes, lift them up. Exhale, roll yourself off. Legs together, and then roll back down, land your hips, reach your legs away. All right, knees back into your chest. Reset them in tabletop. I want to do one more hip opener. You just go through so much trouble to get on here. Let's do a round of windmill, of course. All right, legs back up to the ceiling. It also starts with a scissor. I want you to take an inhale breath. Reach one leg toward your head, one leg away from your head. Then as you exhale, you're going to circle your legs out to the side, all the way around till you look like the scissor again. Repeat the scissor 2 times. Inhale, inhale, and then exhale, circle the legs around. Inhale, 1, 2. Take your time with that exhale phase. Draw the biggest circle you can. Inhale, scissor, scissor. Exhale, circle around. Inhale, 1, 2. Big circle of the legs. You got 2 more sets. Scissor, scissor. Big circle around. Last time. Scissor, scissor. Big circle around. Both legs back up to the ceiling. All right, to get off this ball, you can roll up, pull it out, or you can put your feet down, lift your hips, and pull it out. All right, let's get it behind your mid-back again. Yikes. All right, gotta keep this moving. All right, we need to get some more ab work in, of course. I'm going to suggest ball between your shoulder blades right now. We're going to do a single leg stretch. So I still want you to, I'm going to say the word imprint. I still want you to do a little pelvic tilt so you kind of feel like you're sinking down your low back. It won't get firm against the mat, but you will create that shortened oblique that we really like here. Hands down on the mat for now. Lift up one leg and then the other one to tabletop. If you can't, the ball has to be higher up your back. Then you're going to take your hands behind your head, but with your elbows way forward. Keep looking in between your knees, and we're going to alternate reaching out one leg at a time. Exhale as you extend one leg. Inhale, start to switch, then reach away. And we're just going to go back and forth. Now, after all that hip opening work you just did, I'm not saying this will be easy, but you should have a better chance of getting your hip flexors to work as they get longer. So keep using the breath. Pull those abs in. Keep control of your pelvic alignment. You've got 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Tuck both knees in. Lower your legs back down. Now, we're going to keep the ball at the height of your shoulder blades, but I want you to move it over so it's off center. If you could look through my body, the ball's sitting about there to there. Now, once you get it in the right place, if you go back to hands behind your head and you look at your legs, you'll realize it's kind of hard to square off. And if it's not hard to square off, you got to move that ball over a little wider. All right, but do the best you can. Push down into both of your feet, especially the big toe. Anchor down that opposite hip. And then I want you to take an exhale and flex forward a little bit more. Try not to leave the ball. Keep it trapped there, but see if you can curl towards your legs. Now keep this much flexion, and next time you exhale, I want you to twist towards the ball, let it roll underneath you. Inhale to come back. Exhale as you twist, and inhale to return. Now, your goal is to get the twist coming from here, but maintain the flexion when you return. And back. Exhale, twist. Keep pressing the shoulder blade against the ball, and rotate. Last 2. And I want you to finish in the twist. Okay. I just scared myself. A shadow was moving. I thought it was an animal. It's like me here on the floor, my own shadow. Okay, twist a little more. Lay down over the ball. So you're extended over that corner. Exhale, crunch back up, maintaining the twist. Inhale, lay back. Exhale up. I have so much rodent in my house, PTSD. I don't know if I thought I was seeing a mouse, seeing a crawling bat instead of a flying bat. I don't know what that was, but that was definitely Kate scared of a shadow if you ever wanted to see what that ridiculousness looks like. Are you still twisted? Do 3 more. As you come up, pretend you're bringing your elbow across to the opposite knee, and that'll help encourage a little more rotation. All right, this time you're coming up. You're turning back to center. Let's move that ball over to your other side. Okay. All right, once you get it in position, try to square off your hips and your legs. And before you begin the next set, make sure you flex forward a little bit more. I even feel just a touch shaky trying to hold this lift. All right, next exhale, you're going to twist towards the ball and then inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, return. Exhale as you twist. All right, so I want you on the way back. Are you in enough flexion, right? Can you come forward anymore? But when you go into that next twist, push it from your shoulder blade going under you. And keep playing back and forth with those 2 thoughts. I flex forward, I twist and push. 3 more. And rotate. 2. One more time. Hold your twist. Now lay down over the ball and flex back up, maintaining that rotation. Inhale back and exhale lift. Release over and exhale up and inhale down and lift. Make sure you're utilizing this space. Get down. Makes more work to come up. It also might feel really nice on your back. And up. Last 2. And one more time. And then back up. All right, ball out. Get on your back. Put the ball under your feet. You can come back into a neutral position with your pelvis. Just one more ab exercise, then we're moving on. Nod your chin. Curl up your head and shoulders. Look at your legs. Hands are on the sides of your knees. Stay here and take a breath in. When you exhale, straighten both of your legs and at the same time reach your arms back by your ears. Inhale, circle your arms and bend your knees back in. Exhale, arms and legs reach away. Inhale, circle and catch. When you reach out your limbs, so imagine like the weight of your body is all reaching away from your core, from the center. I don't mean actual muscles, just region. So make it your job to keep the focus there. You're going to ground and root in with the compression of your abs. And you're going to use that force to keep your head lifted, resisting the weight going out. Last 2. Exhale. Inhale, circle. One more time. Reach out. Circle around. Drop your head back down. All right. Flip over onto your stomach. I really got to hurry. All right. Now you're going to lay with your legs open about as wide as the mat and your toes turned out so your legs are laterally rotated. One arm out straight with the ball under your forearm. Other elbows bent in by your side. I'm going to switch just so you can see what's going on. Okay. We're going to lift up into full extension. You're doing the pushing with the arm that's on the floor. As you inhale, lift your head and your chest. And as you come up to the top of your extension, your other arm will drag the ball closer towards you. When you exhale, you're going to lower back down and your other arm will push the ball away. Inhale, lift up. Your gaze should be high, so chin up, looking at the wall, and then exhale as you come back down. When you arrive at the top of the lift, you'll feel your glutes squeezing to help tuck your pelvis back and lower back down. Now I'm going to add rotation. On the way up, I'm going to look over the ball side shoulder, and when I come back down, I'm going to look away from the ball. Inhale to lift and look back, and then exhale to lower back down. 2 more on this side. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and twist. And exhale, back down. All right, now we'll switch that ball. All right, going back to the first version, no rotation. As you inhale, you're going to lift up, drag the ball in closer towards you. Exhale, pull your abs in, lower back down till you're flat. Breathe in on the lift. Exhale, compress your abs, lower back down. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. And exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Let's add that twist. So now you're going to look over your shoulder. Pull that shoulder back to help you twist further. And now look away from the ball side as you come back down. Inhale as you lift. Rotate to look back. And exhale as you return. 2 more times. Turn your head towards the ball side. And then turn your head away. 1 more time. Let your inhale make you light floating up. And then exhale to come back down. All right, let's sit back in a shell stretch again. Hips onto your heels. Stay there. Take a nice big breath into your back. Hold for an exhale. Compress your abs. Release tension out of your neck and shoulders. You're going to take a breath in. Roll up to sitting. Let's get a little spine stretch forward in. All right, so sitting with your legs out in front of you, your legs can be straight or slightly bent at the knee, but leave some space between the legs so we can roll the ball. All right, hands on top of the ball, sitting up nice and tall over your sit bones. As you exhale, drop your chin, roll the ball forward, and follow it, curling down into flexion. Stay here and take a breath in. When you exhale, you're going to roll back up. Visualize you're sitting up against a wall. We want to stack up the ribs, the shoulders, neck, and head. Breathe in here. Exhale, drop your chin. Curl forward, push the ball down towards your legs. Hold there, take a breath in at the bottom. And then exhale as you roll back up to the top. Breathe in. Exhale, tip your chin down. Curl forward, push the ball to your feet. Hold here, breathe in. And then exhale to roll back up to the top. All right, now, ball goes between your knees. We're going to go back to bent knees. You're going to position your fingertips either facing forward on the mat or angled out at 45, 90 if you need to. And we're going to do a couple reverse hip rolls. When you exhale, squeeze the ball a little, curl your hips off the mat. We're going to roll up till you're in a bridge with your hips about even with your knees, and then you're going to roll back down one bone at a time. And again, exhale, squeeze your ball, pull, as you curl up, push your knees away from your shoulders. That's what I was trying to say. And roll back down. Exhale, roll up. And lower back down. Now, we're going to take a pause of those to do a set of tricep dips, and then we'll come back for 3 more of those. So in your tricep dips, you can leave your hips down and just bend and straighten your elbows leaning back. So that's option 1. Or you can pick your hips up about halfway as high as you were lifting. So you can see I kind of look like a teaser pose. And now, either way, we're going to bend the elbows on the inhale. Exhale to come up. So if you're going with this variation I'm showing now, I'm lowering myself just to the point of tapping the pelvis, but you can see I'm keeping that lean back consistent at the torso. We're going to do 5 more of these. Oh, squeeze your ball while you're coming up. That'll help. That exhale, lift, get connected along the midline of your body. Last 2. Drop and up, drop and up. Come on back down if you're in that hip lift position. All right, 3 more hip rolls and you're out of here. Exhale, curl your hips off. We're going to stretch through the front of the shoulders. Inhale, roll back down to release. And again, exhale, curl up, gaze forward at the wall. Inhale, roll back down. Last time. Exhale to lift. And inhale to return. Definitely do. Shake out wrists. Roll your wrists. Use your super strong legs to get up. And we're done.